Hey friends, welcome to our Utsuk YouTube channel. This is our part 14 video tutorial on Java programming. In this video tutorial, we're gonna discuss about the string in Java. So at first, we will be discussing about the string in Java, creating a string, substring in Java, string concatenation, string are immutable, empty versus null string, and finally the string functions. So let's move into the string in Java. So string in Java means that it's a sequence of Unicode character. As we're gonna use string widely in Java, whenever we move to the project for Swing and JDBC, at that time we will be using string widely. So it is defined in java.lang package. String literals are delimited by double quotes and string are treated as objects. So let's see how to create the string in Java. Its syntax is here the string as a type and the string name, and this equals to, and we have to assign the string value within this delimiter as double quotes. So string, this is the type and this is the string name and this one is the value that we assign to the string. So it should be inside the double quotes. So let's see what substring means. So it's a method of string class. Substring is a method that is provided by Java. So substring has the beginning index and the last index or the end index, and it returns a new string that is a substring of this string. That means whenever we use the substring, it gonna return one another new string as the substring of that original one. Example, this is the string as sub, and this is the type that represents it's a string, and we have string value as smiles. So whenever we use substring method, then we have to assign here as the start index and the end index. So what it does is, start index are the inclusive one, but the end index is the exclusive here. So it does not include the value that is in 5 index. It means here we have the index such as like this, and it starts from 1, that is 1 here, m, and as 5 is exclusive, so we don't get this value, we will only get 1 2 3 4, so it's gonna return only mile. So this is the concept of the substring. So string concatenation, we use plus operator in order to concat the string. That is, suppose we have a string str, then if we want to concat the value as hello and world, then we can simply use the plus operator in order to concat the string. So string are immutable. It means that string once defined, it cannot be grown. That is, whenever a changes is done into the string, an entirely new string is created. For example, if we have a string as a and we assign the value as hello, but after that when we change the same variable value as world, then it's gonna create one entirely a new string. As suppose we have the a as an string and it's an object variable, so it's gonna point to this object at first as hello, and whenever we make changes into this variable again, so it's gonna create one another object and it's gonna point to this object. So here this pointer object now points to this object whenever we modified the same object variable. So string are immutable, and in order to make a string mutable, we need to use the concept of string builder. So empty versus null string. Many of the beginners could quietly get confused within the empty and null string, as it seems to be like same one, but there's a difference. As empty string is a string with a length 0, and in order to define the empty string, we will assign double quotes and nothing inside it. So it's a string with a length 0, and it's gonna create the object, and this empty string gonna point to the string instances. But whenever we create the null string, as we assign the value equals to null, so string variables holds a special value null when it does not point to a string. So whenever the null string is created, then it does not point to the string instances. For example, we have this as the empty string and this one is null string. So there are some of the functions that the Java provides for the string, such as caret, compare to, equals, equal ignore case, start with, ends with, index of, last index of, length, replace, substring, to lowercase, to uppercase, trim, join. And there are many other string functions as well. So basically some of the main important and widely used functions in strings are these. So in order to understand string more practically, let's move to the NetBeans IDE. Let's open our NetBeans IDE. Let's create a project. Next, practice underscore 13. So let's remove out this comment. So I'm gonna rename this class as string practice. So at first, let's see how to create a string. Creating a string. So I'm gonna create one string here as str1 equals to welcome to Utsuk Tech. Now if we print this value as str1, now let's run this program. As you can see that it's giving welcome to Utsuk Tech. So in this way we create the string. Now let's look for the substring, and whenever we use this str1 dot substring, then we're gonna give the start index and the end index. Like if we give start index as 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna give here as 0 to 7. So it's only gonna give us welcome. So let's print out this. I'm gonna paste it here. So let's run this program. So it's only giving me welcome. So as its index 0 and its index up to 6 here as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So as if we put here 6, then it's an exclusive one, so we'll get only up to M. But if we put this 7 here, then it's gonna return up to end index -1, that is up to 6. So 0 to 6, it's gonna give welcome. I hope that you have understood the substring concept. Now let's move to the concatenation. String. Suppose we have string as str2 equals to hello and plus world. So this plus operator gonna concat this string and this string, and it's gonna give me as str2, then it's giving hello world as a single sentence. So this one is the concept behind the concatenation. So let's see some of the methods that are widely used for the string as some important methods of string. At first, let's see dot equals function, as this one is widely used in Java in order to compare the string whether it's equal or not. Suppose we have a string as str3 equals to hello, and if we have another string as string str4 equals again hello. So if we compare this string, I'm gonna print out here, and str3 dot equals, here's equals, and str4, sorry 4. So if we run this program, it's gonna return true value because both of the string have the same value as hello. Let's run this program and it's gonna return true value. So this is the method that compares the two of this string. So if it has the same value, then it's gonna return true, otherwise it returns false. As you might be little bit confused here, as we have also comparison operator like this double equals. This also compares the string, but what it actually does is it only compares the memory location whether it is in the same memory location or not, but it does not actually compares the value, as I will show you with the example. I have string str5 equals new string hello again, and I have string str6 equals new string hello again. So we can also declare the string with the new keyword, and it's gonna assign the memory to the string, or it's gonna create the instantiation of the string. So if we compare this with the double equals comparison operator, then we're gonna get str5 double equals to str6. So here this it returns false value. As you can see this, it's giving me the false value here, as we have the same value here as hello in the both of the string, but the comparison here it returns the false. This is because this operator gonna only compare to the memory location, and we have both of the string in the different memory, so it does not compare the value, but it only compares the string memory location. And if it's in the same memory location, it's gonna return true, otherwise it returns false. So in the same case, if we check for the value with str5 dot equals str6, then this gonna return true value, true. So I hope you have understand when to use this double equals operator and the dot equals method. So whenever you want to compare the string value, then we will use dot equals method, and whenever you want to compare the memory location or whether it's on same memory or not, then you will be using double equals comparison operator. So at the same case, we can also use dot equals ignore case, dot equals ignore case, as this gonna compare both of the string, and it does not matter whether the strings are in uppercase or lowercase. So this one is the dot equals method, and there are many lots of method that we can use with this string, like we can use dot length, as we have seen this in arrays as well, like shout str5 dot length, it's gonna return the length of the string as 5. So there are lots of methods that can be used with this string. So I hope that you have understood the basic concept regarding the string and how to concatenate, how to use substring, and what are some of the important methods that are used with this string. So in our next lecture video, we will be moving into the object oriented programming, OOP. So it's gonna be very interesting, guys. Whenever we move to the object oriented programming, and we're gonna make some of the cool programming project using the object oriented concept, like we will be discussing about the class, object, polymorphism, inheritance. So in order to stay tuned with us and gain the more knowledge regarding the programming, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit the link in the description below to get the source code of this programming. So we will meet you in our next lecture video. Till then, goodbye.